We are tracking the search for a driver involved in a hit and run this weekend.
An early morning hit and run crash left behind extensive damage to a downtown Lexington building, leaving several people without a place to stay.
And 2 women wake up to the sound of gunfire and find their Lexington home damaged by bullets.
Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT News at 4:30.
Good afternoon. Sam, Dick, and Amber Philpott reporting. A Central Kentucky family wants some answers after a deadly hit-and-run crash.
71-year-old Billy Croucher died late Friday night near Prospect and Forest Streets in Berea. And as Kristen Kennedy reports, police say he was hit by a car, and police are still looking for that driver. It's our top story at 4:30.
People living on Prospect told us this is a very busy street and a section many people walk. That's what Billy Croucher was doing when police say a driver hit and killed him. While police continue to search for clues to the driver involved in the deadly hit and run, Billy Croucher's family continues to ask for answers.
I just wish they would have stopped because, you know, I don't know if he laid there and suffered.
His son, Charlie Croucher, says the 71-year-old was a very social man. For the last 15 years, he had walked around town with a little dog. Croucher says a driver hit and killed that dog about a week ago. He never expected his father to be hit and killed, too.
Could have been an accident, very well, you know. His mental shape was getting bad, you know what I mean? He could have walked right up in front of somebody, but, you know, they didn't have to leave him laying there. I wish that somebody would come forward.
Monday morning, Sergeant Jake Reed went door to door, visiting downtown business owners.
We're just trying to check the businesses along this road,
hoping their surveillance cameras caught a glimpse of the vehicle or of the victim.
We know he doesn't live in that area, and we also don't know anything at all about the vehicle that struck him. So we're hoping maybe to get a shot of a vehicle or even a shot of him walking.
They are looking for a red pickup truck with front end damage and rust stains. Croucher's family plans to hold his funeral at Lake's Funeral Home here in Berea. In Madison County, Kristen Kennedy, WKYT.
Visitation will be held Wednesday from 11 to 2 at Lake's Funeral Home. As Kristen mentioned, Croucher's funeral will follow his visitation. He'll be buried in Mount Vernon. Several people living above a building that was hit by a car this morning won't be moving back anytime soon.
This morning, code enforcement condemned the Lexington Pasta building on North Limestone near 3rd Street. A car slammed into it just before 1 o'clock this morning. No one was hurt, but the building has some heavy damage to it. WKYT's Hillary Thornton has more on what workers are doing to get that building back in shape.
The Lexington Fire Department and the city's code enforcement were back out here several hours after the hit and run crash to get a better look at the damage. Temporary repairs are underway on the North Limestone building after a car crashed through the brick wall around 1 o'clock this morning. The car's driver was nowhere to be found after the crash. Lexington police say they were working to locate the vehicle for a drug-related call earlier last night. Immediately after the crash, firefighters evacuated the people living upstairs. Then a few hours later, after further inspection, the city's code enforcement agreed with the fire department's initial assessment, deciding to condemn the building.
Busy area, busy sidewalk. That's kind of the goal. We'll just make it as safe as we can. Hopefully, leave it in a best situation as we can for the property owner, that they can get their contractors in and get it cleaned up and back habitable just as soon as they can.
The building is owned by Lexington Pasta Company. The owners say there were 3 tenants living upstairs, and the restaurant on the first floor was actually closed for remodeling.
He said, when I reopen this, I get to have a larger window space, and I thought, yeah, that's great. You know, you got to make something good out of something like this.
Now, code enforcement officials out here tell me that those living upstairs will be able to go inside and get their things. They just, however, will not be able to stay here until repairs are made. In Lexington, Hillary Thornton, WKYT.
And no one was hurt. Lexington police are still looking for that driver involved in the crash. It's Monday, but the work week is off to a pretty nice start out there.
Yeah, it is, and it's a trend that could stick around for the next couple of days. Let's check in now with Chief Meteorologist Chris Bailey. Hi, Chris.
Hi guys, a fairly pleasant September overall across the area. We could put it on autopilot for a few more days around here. Don't think the boss would like that too well though. Look outside in Lexington, that sky that's had some sun, some ice crystal clouds that are showing up as well. Those clouds a little more prominent across southern and southeastern parts of the area. Lexington has been right on that dividing line pretty much all day long between more in the way of overcast conditions to the south and some sun to the north. Let's hit the fast forward button on your thermometer. Upper 60s, low 70s by 7 o'clock. We'll make a quick drop through the 60s into the 50s into many areas of the Bluegrass region by 11. Notice eastern Kentucky. Temperatures are a little warmer tonight. Why? Because you're going to keep some clouds pretty much all night long. Clouds overnight will act as a bit of a blanket into parts of central and northern Kentucky. A couple of upper 40s may try to sneak in to some of those cooler valleys. Very nice temperatures will continue for the next several days. Mainly dry weather, though we're going to watch the eastern skyline for the possibility, especially of some late week showers. We will track that when I come back here in less than 10 minutes.
Chris, thank you. Shots fired into a Lexington home woke 2 women up this morning. Police say about 18 shots were fired around 2:30 this morning on Charles Avenue. At least 6 bullets hit a house where those 2 women were sleeping. Police say a car was also damaged in the shooting, but no one was hurt. Police don't know if the home was targeted, and they don't have a description of that shooter. Police say another shooting, this one on Sunday night, stemmed from a card game. Police were called to a home on Wardfield Place late last night. Lexington police told our news partners at the Herald Leader the game took a violent turn when one player tried to rob from another. The victim ended up being shot in the leg when he refused to hand over some money. Police say his injuries were not life-threatening. Friday marked the 3rd week for the Fayette County Health Department's needle exchange program. 7 people came in with a total of 72 used needles. 103 needles were given out. The health commissioner says the program is working and protecting the public's health, which is his ultimate goal by getting dirty needles off the street. 2 weeks ago, someone brought in more than 400 needles.
You know, I don't know. I don't care. They're bringing the needles in. It's like taking the unexploded munitions out of a minefield and getting rid of them.
Tonight at 6, you're going to hear from a lawmaker concerned about the way Louisville's health department is conducting their needle exchange. Sam is at the live desk with our investigative reporter Miranda Combs right now with more on this story that she's working on for 6. Sam?
Thank you, Amber. So there are 2 needle exchange programs in the entire state.
Right. There's one in Lexington that just opened 3 weeks ago, as we just saw. There's also one in Louisville that started in June, but it was interesting. The health commissioner you just saw right there in Fayette County said it actually took them several months to create this program that they feel like is perfect for Fayette County. Talked to former addicts, current addicts, trying to figure out the best way possible to get people in the door.
So as I understand, there's a real big difference between the one here and the one in Louisville, right?
Right, and I didn't know this. They both have the same goal, of course, of public safety, but in Lexington, you can bring in dirty needles and you can get up to 21 clean needles each week. So you could come back every week and get 21 more. In Louisville, you don't have to bring in any needles to get clean needles.
And so you talked to one lawmaker who's not so cool about the way they do it there in Louisville?
We did, and he was a big part of the heroin legislation in general, and he said when they crafted the needle exchange portion, they left it very open with not a lot of rules on purpose because they said different counties would probably want to handle it differently. So they left it very open. But he said, I had no idea that a place like Louisville would not require you to have any needles come in. And he says some of his colleagues who are concerned about it as well are thinking about tightening up that legislation a little bit. So we'll have to see.
All right. Well, meanwhile, here in Lexington, it's just getting off the ground. We'll have much more on that coming up tonight on WKYT at 6. Amber?
Sam and Miranda, thank you. Today is another chance to hear from experts and weigh in on the future of some historical statues in downtown Lexington. The Arts Review Board is trying to decide what to do with 2 statues of Civil War officers, John Hunt Morgan and John Breckinridge. Those statues have stood near the courthouse for decades. The board is also talking about a recently vandalized marker that discusses the history of slave trading. The second public meeting is tonight at 6 at the Government Center in the Council Chamber. A new poll shows former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton has regained some of the ground she lost over the summer.
There is one person who could shift the dynamics of that race, but as Craig Boswell tells us, the vice president is still working through grief as he weighs his options.
Vice President Joe Biden is speaking out about his decision on whether or not to run for president. In an interview with America released Monday, Biden tells the Catholic magazine he may not be able to make a decision in time to make a run.
There are certain windows that will close, but if that's it, that's it. But it's not like I can rush it.
Biden says his family is still mourning the loss of his son Beau, who died this past May. If he does run, Dr. Jill Biden's office confirmed reports she will support her husband in a bid for the White House.
For us, it's a family decision, and I just have to be comfortable that this will be good for the family.
Hillary Clinton is the leading Democrat in the field, according to the latest CNN poll. When you take Biden out of the equation, nearly all of his supporters go to her. Donald Trump leads the Republican field ahead of Carly Fiorina and Dr. Ben Carson. This weekend, Carson said he would not advocate for a Muslim president. That response angered many Muslims, and the Council on American Islamic Relations said Carson is unfit to lead America.
We ask Mr. Ben Carson to withdraw from the presidential race.
Carson says he stands by his statement. Craig Boswell, CBS News, Washington.
Now, Carson had been in second in the last CNN poll, but Carly Fiorina's debate performance helped her leap ahead of him. Meanwhile, Donald Trump dropped 8 points since the last poll was released at the beginning of the month.
It is a nutrition and cooking school located right in Chevy Chase.
Our Dan Stevens is out and about at Happy and Healthy Ways with more on what they are cooking up. Hey, Dan.
Good afternoon, guys. We are here at Happy and Healthy Ways. Now, this is a really neat place. If you're looking for, one, a place to learn how to cook, and two, how to do it clean, nutritiously. Is that a word, nutritiously?
Absolutely.
Kimberly Jacobs is with us. And Kimberly, we are cooking up some black bean brownies today. You do this for the kids?
I do. They absolutely hate it in the beginning and they love it in the end.
Because they like the taste of it, you say?
Right. They say, I don't like beans, they smell funny, I don't eat beans. And I said, fine, then help me cook them and I'll eat them.
Well, and it's also something that you can probably do that I do with my kids, is I don't tell them what's in it, too.
Well, everything is very hands-on here, so they know what's in it. But I just tell them that I'll eat them in the end if they don't want to try them. And then they smell them and they try them and then they want to take some home and then I don't get any.
So this is a perfect way to incorporate clean eating into a kid's diet. And you do that through nutrition, cooking, and coaching.
Absolutely, and it's also gluten-free. There's so many children today that are gluten-free, and it's nice to be able to give them brownies as well because, you know, everyone wants a brownie.
Who doesn't? Right. Okay, so tell us what you're putting in here.
So we have a little bit of sugar. We have rinsed beans. We have a little bit of olive oil, or you can use grapeseed oil, and a little bit of vanilla, and a pinch of salt. And then that's it. And then
she says a little bit of everything, but you can actually check it out on her website if you're like me, because a little bit may turn into a lot, and then you mess up the whole recipe, right?
Right.
What's your website?
It's happyandhealthyways.com.
Okay, so you're going to mix that up.
So what we would do is we would blend this, and you just blend it for a couple of minutes, and it turns out just like this.
Okay, so this is the finished product for your black bean brownies, and then you've topped it off with some chocolate chips?
You have to have a couple chocolate chips.
Well, you have to, of course. All right, real quick, how can folks get more info on cooking classes? Because not only do you do that for kids, but for adults as well.
I do. At happyandhealthyways.com, you can sign up for classes. You can certainly stop by or email as well. We do several meetings and dinner parties, and we'll do Christmas parties.
And girls' nights out. Will you cook so we don't have to?
Absolutely, if that's what you want. It's whatever you want.
All right, come check it out, and I'm going to check out. Can I cut these? Are you fine with that? Let me just make sure I get a chocolate chip in there. I'm going to check out these black bean brownies here. Oh, they are hot. And delicious. Who would have thought?
I know.
Come see Kimberly here at Happy and Healthy Ways. They are located in Chevy Chase right here in Lexington. I'm Deanne Stevens, out and about. Back to you guys. These are really good.
They must be good.
Protein in your brownie with chocolate. That's
I
right
love
up my
things
alley.
you can sneak in there and people don't know. It's great.
Don't tell them.
Rumor Willis goes from Dancing with the Stars to Dancing on the Great White Way.
Our Suzanne Marquez has your eye on entertainment.
You ready to become somebody who matters?
Bradley Cooper reprises his role from the 2011 film Limitless for a new CBS series.
This is just surreal for me to be able to actually be a part of turning it into a television series, and then to have my friend do it, who I met on a movie, who's an amazing actor, and then watch him, you know, carry the torch.
In the TV version, he changes the life of ordinary guy Brian Finch by offering him a super brain-enhancing drug. Jake McDorman, who plays Finch, also starred with Cooper in American Sniper.
If it's even close to being like super or having superhuman abilities when you're on the pill, it's fun because that power can be passed around to multiple people, whoever takes the pill.
Limitless premieres tomorrow night on CBS. Rumor Willis is making her Broadway debut today in the long-running musical Chicago. The daughter of Bruce Willis and Demi Moore plays Roxy Hart, the star-eyed innocent who dreams of seeing her name in lights. Willis says she admires Roxy's optimism.
Even though all of these kind of bad things keep happening to her, she still manages to find a way to go immediately to a solution and not really wallow.
If you want to see Willis razzle-dazzle him on Broadway, you'd better hurry. Her limited engagement ends November 1st. And that's your Eye on Entertainment. Suzanne Marquez, CBS News, Los Angeles.
The 67th Annual Emmy Awards were full of memorable moments.
And if you were watching last night, you may have heard the name of an embattled Kentucky County Clerk mentioned.
Paula Deen is on this season of Dancing with the Stars, but I gotta say, if I wanted to see an intolerant lady dance, I would have gone to one of Kim Davis's 4 weddings.
SNL funny man Andy Samberg played host for last night's award show. Game of Thrones and Veep were the big winners. Jon Hamm finally won the Best Actor award after 8 tries, and Viola Davis became the first black woman to win an Emmy for Best Lead Actress.
I know we need the rain, but it's beautiful out there.
It is.
Really nice.
And fall has finally arrived, so we will take it, Chris Bailey, but we do need quite a bit of rain, don't we?
Yeah, we do. And you know what? We're still way above normal on the year. It just hasn't rained a whole lot in the past month and change. Falls around here typically are dry, so we will see how this one plays out. We look outside down in Jackson right now toward the mountains, starting to see a little bit of color showing up, and we'll see more obviously as the weeks roll on. And a lot of overcast conditions into parts of southeastern Kentucky. Lexington area getting in on a mix of sun and clouds pretty much all day long, but you notice the overcast conditions especially the farther east and southeast that we go. Folks across the north from Covington back toward Louisville have been dealing with more in the way of sunshiny skies. So a mix of sun and some clouds out there for the evening commute. Let's see how that commute is looking with Officer Don.
Couple of issues. One's at South Broadway and Angliana. That is a collision involving 3 cars inbound South Broadway with the lane blocked. And then over to Leestown and Greendale, an injury crash there. 3 cars involved in that one as well. Outbound Leestown has the right lane blocked approaching Greendale. Now back to you in the studio.
Officer Don, thank you. A heist gone wrong and some unique produce. It's the video that will have you talking. Take a look at this.
2 suspected jewel thieves got caught because police say they didn't really think their escape plan through very well. Surveillance cameras at Diamonds Rock outside of Cincinnati caught the suspects in action. The thieves smashed through a glass door to get inside the store. They grabbed a few things, but they had to rush off because police quickly arrived. So the men jumped into an elevator. It got stuck. Detectives recovered the jewelry, including 26 diamond rings in the ceiling of the elevator. That'll teach them.
Yeah, kind of chalk that up to whoops. It looks like a duck, but it certainly doesn't walk like one or talk like one. That's because it's a tomato. The uniquely shaped fruit was grown in Michigan. Maria Davidek picked it right out of her garden. Her husband Bob had to see it to believe it.
I said, no. You didn't find a duck. And she showed me that. And I said, he's either a chicken or a duck.
Well, he's
it's hard to believe that he grew that way.
That is pretty incredible. The couple says they are in no hurry to cut that tomato up anytime soon. But eventually, you're going to have to enjoy it.
Oh, that is awesome. All right. Much more to come now at 5 o'clock. Stay with us.